Hi, everybody. Welcome to the happy hour. It's Monday, March 31st, 2025. Let's kick off the new week with some winners. Let's get them winners flowing. We definitely had some early games kick off already. We had some beatdowns. Look at the White Sox rolling on this year so far, doing pretty good. Are the White Sox? They're off to a better start than last year. Let's put it that way for the White Sox. But it's still early in there. So as we always do, we'll get to the cappers, see how their days roll along, how their weekend was, and then we'll get right to the base. So kick it on over to Ramon. How you doing, Ramon?
Oh, great, Rod. Just ready to go here this week. We know our Final Four. We've got baseball in full swing after one weekend, a little bit of sample size. So really fun, exciting to be here. And I love we got multiple sports tonight, so should be good.
Right? All of a sudden, we had some more sports. We lost a couple. We threw another one in there. And then pretty soon, what, a couple months away, we'll throw the W in there and we'll throw some CFL in there. So I totally missed the UFL. How did that go for you? Wasn't that on the weekend? Or was that Friday?
Yeah.
Saturday?
That was all weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Got a little emergency here.
But
Is
it good?
Probably an Amber Alert or something.
Yeah, it is. It is. Sorry about that. Hey, nothing I can do about that one, but
no.
Problem here. Yeah, UFL underway, ups and downs in week one, but yeah, football too. Whatever sport, we'll do it.
Sounds good. How are you doing on this Monday, Ron?
I started out today with a dreaded draw in La Liga, 1-1, Celta Vigo and Las Palmas. That's a loss there, unfortunately. Look to get it going tomorrow. I'll have a EPL play for you at the end of the show. Unfortunately, due to the tragedy in Changwon NC Stadium, we won't have any KBO tonight. So we'll be back tomorrow night with KBO for you.
Yeah, Marie, one day I had the under in that White Sox game, and I knew I was dead early on that one. They scored 9 runs in the first 3 innings. Holy man! It was just like, what can you do? That happens in baseball. All of a sudden, you get a 9-run output in the first few innings, kills your total. Because it pretty much was what I expected the rest of the way down the stretch. Hardly any runs between those two squads of rolling. That happens, and then we just hit Butler here late there to make a nice 1-1 start to the day. So, all right, let's get to the action. Speaking of college basketball, let's get off there first because that's got the closest game that kicks off in about 15 minutes. And that's G-Dub taking on Boise State. Boise State laying 8.5 there in that one. We'll also look at Nebraska taking on Arizona State. That lines up to Nebraska laying 6 there in that matchup. And then we got Georgetown taking on Washington State. That has come down. We got Georgetown only laying 2.5 there in that matchup. We'll kick it on over to Ramon. What do you think here in these 3 college basketball, Ramon?
Yeah, I'll go to the last game with Georgetown and Washington State. Although, if I may, I'm going to make a pick for the tournament as well. I like Boise State to win the tournament. It's too bad they're in Nebraska's bracket because I do think that those are the best 2 teams. They'll meet probably in the next round should they both win here tonight. But I'll take Boise State's plus about 325, I believe, Rod, to win the crown here. So that's going to be my pick overall. But in the individual games tonight, I think that line's pretty heavy, even though I did lean to Boise. I'm going to go with Washington State here in this game against Georgetown. I expect this one to be the shootout that the total reflects. You know, the total in the game is already up to 162. And I think it's going to be that way. I think it's going to be kind of a toss-up with these two. So I'm going to grab those points. You mentioned it went down 1.5 here. Both teams above 500, but I'm going to side with the Cougars here. There's not a lot of trends that would favor either team. Both of them kind of came into the crown here in a little bit of a funk. These are still good teams at this tournament that were invited. Just they're kind of wound down a little slowly here and didn't make the NCAA tournament. So I'm going to end up on Washington State here in this one against Georgetown. Georgetown 1-5 straight up in their last 6. So I can't trust them to cover a number here. Give me Washington State plus the 2.5 tonight in Las Vegas.
Nice. Leading kind of with the Cougars with you there on that one. Kicking on over to Ron. What do you like here in these 3, Ron?
Yeah, right. Getting ready to start. I like George Washington, Colonials, Crusaders, whatever the hell they're called now. I think Boise's going to win the game, but it's just too many points. I got a premium in Nebraska, Arizona State. You can get that right now. And I agree with you guys on Washington State, but I'm going to go over. I got it at 156. It's way up there now. It's like 159 or 160 now. So, yeah, I got it at 156 and a half.
Yeah, definitely that totals moved.
I think
points.
also, Rod, I think USC wins this tournament, by the way.
USC?
Yep.
I kind of like USC as well. They were making a nice run, push late in the season, and it fell a little bit short, but this looks like one of them tournaments they could win, right? Kind of leading USC with you.
Like the coaching.
And for any of these ones, I agree with you. Give me George Washington, but I like George Washington here in the first half. You're going to give me 5 in the first half where I see it. I'll grab that 5 with George Washington here. You look what they've done in the first half in March, in their March games. I know they haven't played in a little bit, but in March, they're 3-0 ATS in that first half is G-Dub. Where you look at the other side of things. As a neutral court favorite, Boise State in the first half this year, 1-5 ATS in that first half. And in a neutral court game where the total's 140 to 149, we know that thing skyrocketed well up over that. They haven't fared so well either. It's just first halves. Boise State has not fared so well. 7-12 in all their first halves this year. And as a favorite, 4-9 in that first half this year. So a lot of G-Dub plus the 5 in that first half. And then, as Ramon mentioned, I like the Cougars there. Why the Hoyas only -2.5? Someone tell me that. They are the better squad when you look at everything, what they've done this year. Numbers-wise, it doesn't say that Washington State's only a 2-point dog. I would expect that to be 6-7 points there in that one. So something's telling me that I like Washington State there on the money line. And then the other one, even like I said on the morning show, I don't like what I've seen down the stretch from Nebraska. All of a sudden, they're going to get up here and start rolling. No, you look at Arizona State, who they had to play, and they played a gauntlet of some good teams. Texas Tech, they played Texas Tech, lost. Arizona they had to face in that one. They were an 18.5 point dog there. They scored 100 on Arizona. Did Arizona State in that matchup? Who else did they beat? Houston. They kept it close with Houston for quite a bit of the game.
Iowa State.
Texas Tech.
K-State.
Quite. Oklahoma State. TCU. BYU. They hung with BYU for a little bit too. They outrighted K-State.
They won
in that one.
K-State,
Defensively, held them to 54 points in that one. So I just their gauntlet of schedule. The way this number's at 6, I got to take the 6 there with Arizona State. And what should be a good game between those two clubs who had just bad finishes. It got rough down the end for both of those squads. Nebraska was in there early and running and gunning and then just slowly fell off. So should be a good one there between those two. That wraps up the college basketball. Let's head on over to the NBA slate of things. And we'll see what we got rolling there. How many we got going tonight? We got 8, right? So we'll split it right down the middle. Yep, we'll go right down the middle. We'll throw in that 7:30, the weird 7:30 game from Boston and Memphis. Look, we got the Heat taking on Washington. The Heat laying 9 in that one, total 216. We got the Utah Jazz taking on the Charlotte Hornets. Hornets, 2.5 point favorite in that one, total 221. We got the Sacramento Bulls taking on the Pacers. Pacers laying 4.5 in that matchup. We got the Clippers in Orlando. That line hasn't budged all day. Still, Clippers laying 2.5 there. Total 211. Total climbed up a half a point from the 210, and it was. And then we got Boston taking on Memphis. And that's climbed a half point. Boston up to a 5-point favorite there in that matchup. Take a quick little look at the injury report. Let me just hit the refresh button, see what we got. Well, the first one we're looking at, we got the Clippers and the Magic. Anthony, game time decision for Orlando. On the Clipper side of things, Simmons, Miller, Lundy, Coffey, out. Bogdanovich, game time decision for the Clippers. In the Utah-Charlotte game, on the Charlotte side of things, Okaji out. Green and Seth Curry, both game time decision, both likely to play for Charlotte. On the Utah side of things, no Markkanen, no Kessler, no Collins, Williams, and Sexton. Game time decision there for Utah. Looking at the Heat and Washington. On the Heat side of things, no Wiggins, no Robinson, no Kevin Love, no Jovic. All out there for the Heat. Burks, game time decision, but most likely plays for the Heat in that one. On the Washington side of things, a list of mile long. Middleton out, Gill out, George out, Kubale out, Brogdon out, Sadiq Bey out for Washington in that matchup. Looking at Boston taking on Memphis. On the Boston side of things, no Cornet, no Brown, both game time decision. I think Brown might be sitting this one, but we'll see. Maybe the line moved up to half, he might play. On the Memphis side of things, only Poulin out for Memphis. That wraps up those first few games we got looking at. We'll kick it on over to Ron. What do you think there in the NBA tonight?
Yeah, I got a premium in this slot right here. You can get that right now at Tony's Picks. I'm gonna look at the. If you're looking at Jazz Hornets, call somebody because I'm not looking at it. I'm gonna take the Kings. I like the Kings as a dog. I know the Sacramento Bulls don't do too well, and the Pacers are pretty good, but I just don't like the Pacers laying the points at home. Can't do it. I'm gonna take the Clippers. They're rolling right now. They used to be not a road team, but now it looks like they've kind of turned the corner. And I'm going to keep riding the Heat, man. Ever since that Butler came in to Miami and they took them out, man, it's like they're just a different team now once they proved it. And I'm going to keep riding the Heat. I think double digits easy on the Heat there.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think in these ones, Ramon?
Yeah, I'll go to Boston and Memphis here with the Celtics, a road favorite. We're seeing a lot of these games where these I want to lump Memphis into the kind of those fading teams. Now, I don't want to, we know they're in the playoffs. They're going to be in the top six, certainly. I think they're going to hang on anyway and stay in the regular playoff bracket. But we're just seeing these teams that are kind of in a groove, the really good teams, A plus, A minus teams, putting up big numbers right now on teams that seem to be lacking interest right now. So I'm going to end up with the over here. I think Boston just ends up putting up a really big number in this one, and Memphis comes trailing in behind. So even at 236.5 here, give me the over tonight with Boston and Memphis. This is a series that has had some overs for sure. 7 of the last 9 meetings between the two teams have gone over, and Memphis has a few overs here of late, going over in 4 of their last 6. So I've got the over tonight with Boston and Memphis.
And I agree with you. Give me the over Boston and Memphis. We see in the last meeting between these two teams was 127, 121. We almost got to 250 in that matchup. You can get real close to 250 again. I think we easily cruise into the 240s. And as Ramon
they beat them too. They beat them.
Yeah, and they beat them. But I don't trust Memphis at all anymore. They're broken. Something is wrong with Memphis. Maybe they were all up for that OKC game that we have talked about many a times, and it just didn't happen for them. And then ever since then, it's been in their head that, hey, we're not good enough. We can't beat OKC. We have no chance. Why are we trying? That's just kind of what it looks like to me.
Last couple times anyway.
Last couple times, yeah. So we'll see. Maybe they'll change the things and get things rolling. But either way, we're going to see some points here. No defense played there. Take the over.
I was that close to taking them against the Lakers. That close. I was like, money lines 125. No, I can't trust these bastards. No way.
And as Solo says in the chat there, I agree. Solo, take the Celtics. Revenge!
Revenge,
as they say. Memphis got the win in the first meeting. Not here in this one. Yep. Take that extendo, Solo. Find the 9.5. I think they win by double digits. Take the extendo. And another one I'm looking at in this early time spot of games. You look at the Heat, though. The way they've been rolling, but you look at that number on the road. It's a scary. Their only third cover could be all over there, but there's a mile of guys long that are not playing for Washington. And what have we seen out of Washington over the last few? It does look like a tankathon, but they played Brooklyn last time, so I'll give it to them. And then the time before that, they let the Pacers plunk 162 on them. So yeah, I'm kind of with you. You got to go with the Heat there in that one. He'd have a little bit more motivation or playing for something, right? They don't want to be They're right there in that play-in, I believe 6 and 7. At least the Raptors can't catch them, I believe, is what the number is. So they're pretty much locked in there.
Mm-hmm.
Playing the better ball right now, as you alluded to. The Wizards definitely look like tankathon mode there in that one. All right, let's kick it off to the late night slate of things. We got the Bulls taking on OKC. Figured that line was going to come down from this morning. OKC only laying 14 there in that one now. And we got the Nets taking on Dallas. Dallas laying 9. And the Rockets lines come down too. Rockets only a 3.5-point dog in there. Weren't they the favorite? Did that line completely flip-a-roo?
No, Lakers favored.
Were Lakers always favored? Oh, I had a 5.5 though. I thought it was a lot bigger than that this morning. Not anymore. So it must be some guys sitting out. So Lakers only 3.5-point favorite. Let's check the injury report. We'll see. That should give us the reason why this lines went down a little bit. Maybe, probably not. On the Houston side of things, looks like a clean injury report. On the Lakers side of things, Kleber out. That's all we're seeing there in that one. So why that line came down, I don't know. Because a lot of people bet in Houston thinking this is a spot. I don't think so.
Back to back.
Yeah, back-to-back spot. Yeah. Looking at Brooklyn taking on Dallas. You got Dallas side of things. Out is Exum out. Lively game time decision. Martin, Gafford, and Davis. Says game time decision, but all three of those guys most likely to play for Dallas. On the Brooklyn side of things, no Sharp, no Johnson, no Clowney. All three out there. Looking at OKC taking on the Bulls. On the Bulls side of things, no Lydell, no Jones, no Herter, and Lonzo Ball. Game time decision, but most likely out for the Bulls in that matchup. On the OKC side of things, no Wiggins, no Mitchell, no Dukas, no Dieng, Williams, Holmgren, and Hartenstein. All game time decisions for OKC in that matchup. That wraps up the late three that we got rolling. Kick it on over to Ramon. What do you like here in the late night NBA slate?
I'll go to the Nets and Dallas here, Rod, with AD likely in. I think Dallas can route these guys possibly tonight, but I'm going to end up on the over here. We've seen Dallas kind of transition from an under team to an over team here in the latter part of the season for sure. Right now, they're in a pretty strong groove with overs coming in. Dallas has gone over in 10 of their last 11. I think what we saw from Brooklyn when their unders, maybe when they had life here, we know their season's been over. They've been competitive. We know that, and they'll probably be able to score some tonight, but I still think Dallas can rout them. I'm end up on the over here, though, with these two tonight, Brooklyn and Dallas. At a little bit of a discount here. We're down to 217.5, so I think the Sharps are kind of on the under here, but I'm on the over, Brooklyn and Dallas.
Heading on over to Ron. What do you think here in this one, Ron?
I don't give a damn who's playing for Dallas tonight. The Nets are one of the best teams covering on the road. I'm going to stick with them. +9, I'll take it. Give me Brooklyn. And, you know, the thing about the Rockets last night, they just blew the hell out of the Suns. You just keep fading the Suns. Think you're going to make money all year. But did they really play any minutes? Because they just torched them. So the back-to-back really doesn't mean anything here. But being said, I'm still going to Lakers. Lakers still have a good number at home, under 5. I'm going to take them every day of the week as a home favorite because their number is 6. And the Rockets on the road, let me double-check that. Their number is 4. So it's right. It's pretty close to that number. But I still like the Lakers as a home favorite.
And looking at these ones here, definitely we don't need a pitcher, though. We don't need a pitcher, though, Sammy Sosa. We don't need a pitcher. I can pitch.
Rod's going to pitch for both teams. That's what. Yeah. One pitcher for both teams. There we go.
One pitcher for both teams. Yeah, there we go. Yep. That makes it fair if we want to. We can do it that way. I'm totally in. I'm totally down. We have to play it up in Canada.
Let's do it.
We go ahead and play it. It's kind of neutral up here, so we'll have to play it up here in Canada. That's the only specification we got rolling here.
As long as the spectators don't boo the national anthem, I'll come up there.
Yeah, as long as the spectators, no booing of the national anthems allowed in the softball game. Going along, definitely. I'm totally down for it. Let's do it up.
Hell yeah, give it done, guys. I'm good.
Nothing like a little bit of bonding and
let's go.
That might be unfair.
My son lives in Laval up there in near Montreal. So
I'm an A-level player. It might be a little unfair, so maybe I'll just spectate.
No, you're on our side. Come on. Well, what are you talking about?
Exactly. All-time pitcher because he's in both. He plays for both, so he has no bias.
Yeah, definitely not QB. Nope. I was the lineman, the guy that was the shoving you. You're not getting by me. Get the heck out of here. Seriously, get the hell out of here. You're not getting by me. I wasn't the guy throwing the ball. I threw the ball pitching. Yes. It's not hard to land the ball. Softball's easier. You just want to get some spin on it. That nice little underhand spin to induce the pop up. Very good at the getting that the whip of the wrist to get that ball spinning, so that way it just induces the pop up. We can catch pop ups. We'll be good here at Toys Picks. All right, looking at these last, we get sidetracked very easily here. Sometimes. Looking at the Bulls taking on OKC, I can't do it. Everybody's all over the Bulls. Why that line come down? Not rushing to the window to bet it. I'm hoping that maybe we can see a 13, maybe a 13 and a half. More money piles in on the Bulls because it's the recency bias. It happens in the NBA all the time. Where you look at the team that's playing hot right now, the Bulls are hot. Grab those 15 points. You know you want it because they can keep it close. All those question marks on the OKC side. You tell me that none of those guys are going to play and this line's still at 14? No. I'm going to say at least 2 or 3 of those guys that are on OKC will be playing on that one tonight. So definitely I would lay out with OKC there in that one. Leagues rushing the window. That's a giant number. But you look what OKC's done in this spot. Yeah, they win by 20 plus. Take OKC there. That wraps up the NBA. No, not a third base coach. No, I played first. Pitcher and first, buddy. Pitcher and first, Sammy Sosa. Pitcher and first. Hand-eye coordination absolutely on point. I played first and pitch. And
I played third.
I played first, pitcher, and catcher. Got to block the ball. You don't want to get him by you. So, yeah, nothing like having that big guy to block the plate and get the ball and always stay in front of you. No one's stealing home. All right, that wraps up the NBA. Let's kick it on over to the we do the NHL or do you want to do the MLB first?
It don't matter.
Don't matter? All right, let's
it's only 4 NHL. Let's do that in one swoop.
Let's do the NHL in one fell swoop. We got Minnesota taking on the Devils. We got Nashville taking on Philadelphia. Dallas taking on the Kraken. And we got Calgary heading into the altitude of Colorado. Kicking it over to Ramon. What do you think here in these 4 NHL, Ramon?
Yeah, Ron, take a little bit of a favorite here, top of the board. I'm going to take the Devils in this one over Minnesota. Pretty stiff price here right now at $1.45 or so, but maybe that isn't too bad. Actually, I saw $1.60 a little bit earlier, so maybe give me the discount here tonight with Minnesota and New Jersey. New Jersey's had some issues here for sure of late, but Minnesota also just 1-4 in their last 5 games on the road. They've kind of also had New Jersey's number, but right now I'm going to take New Jersey in this game. I feel like Minnesota is, comfortable in their number 1 wild card spot. I don't think they're going to really fall from there at this time. And New Jersey, they're, in position here. They're obviously going to the postseason as well. So I'm just going to take a home favorite here tonight, $1.45 or so with the Devils.
Kick it on over to Ron. What do you like here, Ron?
Now I'm going to look at the Flyers. I had the Flyers on Saturday. Nice win against Buffalo there. If you look at the Flyers, they're 18-20 at home, but if you look a little deeper, they're 10-3 as a home favorite this year. And you look at Nashville's 9-27 on the road, but as a road dog, they're 3-16. No brainer here. Give me the Flyers.
Right. I agree with you there. Give me the Flyers as well to win their 3rd straight hockey game. They get a new coach, and they were they fired the one that didn't want to tank. So they hire this guy, and they start winning. What's going on there? No sense for me in Philadelphia.
Right?
Hey, they're winning hockey games and making us some money. So we'll take the Philadelphia Flyers there in that one. And then, man, the other one I'm looking at here is this Calgary game. It's like, I think we see some goals. I like the over here. Calgary 7-3 to the over. And then you look at Calgary. Where is that stat? You got Calgary 4-0 to the over. They're off an OT game. So when they play OT, all of a sudden they score some goals. This wasn't 5.5; it's up to 6. I think we see plenty of goals in that game tonight. Man, I still want to take Calgary. Calgary in that first game out on a road trip after playing at home, they seem to get up for these games. So I'm really tempted. I know that at some point Colorado's home winning streak has to end. It's not going to keep winning forever. I think before the regular season ends, somebody comes into Colorado and gets themselves a win. Because nobody wants to enter the playoffs on a massive, giant home winning streak. You want to get at least one loss out of the way before you kick the playoffs. So, is it here tonight?
They lost Saturday.
Wolf sat on his head.
They
Did
lost
they lose
Saturday.
on Saturday? Okay.
Yeah, to St. Louis.
Oh, that's right. Hey, so they did have their thing. They did. So then, do they bounce back here? I like the over. Give me the over. See plenty of points with a lean to Calgary. I do. Almost 2 times our money. I'm really tempted. Because Wolf can steal you a game. Wolf can definitely steal you a game. In any hockey game. I think he could steal Calgary's series. Watch out. Calgary sneaks in. They could be Wolf could be that goalie that can definitely steal you a game or two for this Calgary squad. Man, that would set up some crazy second round matches in the West. That wraps up the NHL. Let's kick it on over to the MLB. And let's see, where do we divide this up to? We got do 5 and 5. Does that work out even? Fine. Let's see. Yeah, that does actually work out. So all the ones before, so we'll keep all the 8 p.m. Eastern ones and later. Which in this section we got the Angels of St. Louis, Washington, Toronto, Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay, Texas, and the Reds, and then the Mets taking on the Marlins. Kick it on over to Ron. What do you like there in those 5, Ron?
Yeah, I apologize to whoever has freaking Bednard on their fantasy team because, man, I don't know what's going on with that team. Plus, you got, Mr. Cruz out there in outfield. He couldn't play the infield, so moving the outfield, and he makes errors. It's ridiculous. I don't know what they're going to do with the kid. I'm going to fade Pittsburgh. Give me the Rays on the run line in that one. Also, I love Cincinnati. Brady Singer, the one thing he did in Kansas City, he was a great home pitcher as an underdog, and he was mostly an underdog in Kansas City because you know how that works. So going against Kumar Rocker, I like the kid. He's going to be good, kid out of Vandy. But I'm going to go with Brady Singer and the Cincinnati Reds outright over the Texas Rangers. I think the Rangers are still a little overrated in that one. And I got a premium in the Angels St. Louis you can get right now at Tony's Picks. Diamond Crusher.
Kick it on over to Ramon. What do you like hearing these 5, Ramon?
Yeah, in the early group, I'll check in with the Mets and Miami. Lots of questions, obviously, with Mets lineup right now after a little bit of a lost weekend. Not very many runs scored in that opening series. We would expect more, but maybe we don't right now. We're just averaging 1.7 runs per game for the Mets, and I've got Miami certainly in the bottom 8 lineups here in Major League Baseball. So I'm going to take the under here in this one with the Mets and the Marlins. Total mostly 8.5 juice to the under. So give me the under here with the Mets and Marlins tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you. I kind of lean to an under, but I like the Mets on the run line there in that one. I still trust. Sure, everybody is just a recency bias. The Marlins are good. Look at the roll. They beat up Pittsburgh, right? Yeah, no, they beat up the Pittsburgh bullpen. The Pittsburgh bullpen isn't so good. So far what we've seen, the Pittsburgh bullpen not so good. Imploded and blew a few games defense. There. Or the defense, yeah. But the Pittsburgh defense has never been good. I've seen those blunders in the field plenty of times. It's for this Pirates team, plenty of times. They kind of reminded me of the Tigers a little bit, where the pitcher usually has a good game, solid game. Yeah. They're right in there, and then they take out that starter, and then it's just like, woohoo! Let the clown show begin. Is what usually happens there, plenty of times. But give it to Detroit; they have a little better bullpen. This Pittsburgh squad, what we've seen in the first 3 games, has not been good. So this Marlins team, as Ramon alluded to, bottom of the order in the MLB. I think they're in trouble here against Pedersen. I think he mows down these Marlins. And the bullpen, Mets bullpen, they don't need to score a whole lot of points, and the Mets bullpen doesn't implode and give it up late like the Pirates did. I'll take the Mets on the run line. And then I'm looking at these Pirates. It's like, I don't know, that line's come down a little bit. It was a minus 200 for Rasmus. It's now only a minus 190, which is weird. Weird to me because this morning it was a lot bigger number, and now it's come down, and the Pirates number has got him as a bigger dog. So it's for me, I don't trust Rasmussen there, and I don't land that kind of price. I will take the Pittsburgh Pirates, but I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Pirates in the first 5. I think they can jump out to an early lead, and then I don't want to be betting with their bullpen late, especially after what happened all weekend long. So give me the Pirates in the first 5. I think they can have themselves a lead there in that one at a little plus price. All right, that wraps up those 5. Let's kick it off with the late slate. We got the San Francisco Giants taking on Houston. We got Detroit. Everybody's been waiting to see Job. Well, we get to see him finally here in this one, taking on Seattle. We got the Guardians taking on the Padres. Cubs taking on the Athletics. And Atlanta into L.A. What do you think there in those 5, Ramon?
I'm going to go to the Astros here, I think, tonight, Rod, with Ronel Blanco pitching here against the Giants right now. I've got the Giants probably bottom 10 lineup here coming in with Wade Adames, Jay-Ho-Lee. So I like Blanco in this spot against San Francisco. I think the price is manageable here at $1.25 or so. I know Houston's offense had some trouble there to open up the season. They did win those. They did prevail in those games. They got good pitching, certainly, to open up this season. The offense is the question right now, but at $1.25, I'm going to go ahead and take it. Give me the Astros here over the Giants.
Kick it over to Ron. What do you like here in these late night MLB games?
Yeah, well, I had Detroit. Actually, I gave it to you Friday night, and then they got it done on the plus 1.5, and then Saturday night was just ridiculous. That took them again plus 1.5, and freaking Mookie hits a 3-run blast, and they score 5 in the extra innings, which is just unheard of. They're going to win tonight, damn it. So I'm taking them plus 105. I'm also going to take the home opener for the Athletics, wherever the hell they're playing, Ramon, somewhere around you, right? Plus 130. I don't trust Brown on the road as a favorite here, so I'm going to take that. And then lay it with the Dodgers, man. Atlanta off a Sunday night game, travel. I know it's not much of a travel up by 5, but take the Dodgers on the run line. They keep just cashing, man.
Jeez.
No, I can't do it. I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna take the Braves there in that one. Everybody, after the first series, recency bias. It's all awful, right? The Braves. Oh, sell them. They're stink. They played 3 games. They look like crap.
Double off your freaking kneecap, man. How does that even happen?
A rock in the dirt. Little
game-winning run.
Little rock in the dirt hits a rock. Funny, goes fly away and off your knee. It happens. We've seen stranger things happen in baseball than a little ball going bloop off a knee, but it's we've seen some bloops down the first. The guy had it on first, right, to win a World Series. It was coming down the first base line. I think that was a Royals, if I'm not mistaken. The KC guy that came down, or was that a Met? I think that was a Met.
That was a Met. I was in boot camp actually. We snuck out and watched him on TV.
Yeah, it was the Met guy running down. And he let it go right by him, and he was like,
Billy Buckner.
Yeah, Billy Buckner. Yeah, let me get right by him. So we see some strange things in baseball. So my strange things, I'm going to take the Braves minus the 1.5. I think they can. It's just one of those spots. Give me the minus 1.5. We know the Dodgers are good. They have plenty of offensive weapons. And give me Holmes here to have a good outing this time. I like his over 4.5 strikeouts as well. A nice plus 115. Yep, give me Holmes and the Braves in that one. Yeah, I'm going to take a little sprinkle on some big plus money shots. Why not?
You got to win sometime, I guess.
You got it right. It's that time of year you got to take a dog sometime. So give me the Cleveland Guardians as well there in that matchup versus the Padres. We've seen what the Padres did, right? Rolling right along, looking real good. Yeah, but that's the same thing. You're supposed to fade the winner on Sunday nights, right? Give me the Guardians there in that one. Back out on the road, still on the road and playing pretty good. So you figure if the Padres were that good, they'd be up to a little more of a price there. I don't trust Hart on the mound in that matchup. And where's the last one I'm looking at? Give me the everybody. Now it's up to plus 120. I can't take the homeless there today. No homeless. Sorry, cannot donate money to the homeless here today in this one. The Athletics still looking for a place to play. And you look at the Cubs, they love to play the Athletics. Love it. They won 6 straight out on the road versus the Athletics. So if they have to play in this park here, give me the Cubs to get the job done. There's another. That line moved, as I said. Now the Athletics are up plus 120. Give me Cubs in that one to get the job done. That wraps up the sports action for this Monday card. Appreciate everybody that tunes in. Now it's a part of the show where we got the parlay section, player prop, game in the future. We leave it up to the capper to decide what they want to give out for you there in this segment. And then they'll let you know what they got going over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can hit the link in the description. That'll get you right on over to Tony's Picks, and you can find our best bets, the bets that we're making today, over there at Tony'sPicks.com. So we'll kick it off over to Ramon to kick us off in this section. What do you got for us on this Monday night, Ramon?
Well, I got to go to the ladies one more time. I just can't seem to miss with these women's games for some reason, me and the ladies, Rod. And I'm going to go to USC tonight. Look, talk about bad beats, bad bets. I don't know. I took USC plus 450 to win the national championship. They're plus 900 to win this game. But we know without Juju Watkins, it has been a big disappointment here. But the Trojans have stepped up and look good, and they're getting a bushel full of points here against Paige Beckers and UConn because of probably Juju's injury. This line would be much, much closer if Juju was in the game, and I think USC's done a great job. So I'm going to have to grab these points for sure here tonight. They're getting nearly 2 touchdowns in this game right now. They're getting 15 points here now. I got to take USC tonight. In the Elite Eight against the, defending 2-time champion Huskies. I get it, but give me USC here tonight.
And what do you got for us over at Tony's Picks tonight, Ramon?
Yeah, thanks, Rod. Don't want to bury the lead here.
You got a parlay or just a best bet?
I get so excited with these.
He just gave us the best bet.
Oh, okay, that's your best bet. I thought you had a parlay. I was waiting for another couple plays there.
No, I've got a 3-pack tonight, and of course, Major League Baseball here over at Tony'sPicks.com, and also I've got a 3-pack also in the NBA. So I'm going to keep rolling here at this point with at least some of these NBA games with teams that have a little bit to play for, certainly. So join me over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off all premium pick packages. Gonna also have my $19 best bet is in the NHL tonight. Don't forget. So gotta have a game, gotta have a pick on the ice. I'm all in tonight at Tony'sPicks.com.
Do you like Texas tonight, Tony or Ramon?
Rod, I've almost got side total every game. I think that number is really close. I like the under in that game for sure. TCU and Texas. Let's leave it at that.
See, got you another one out of them. All right. Thanks for one more. Pull it out. Pull it out of there. Got us one more. Got you one more, everybody. Got you one more.
I've been side total every game, and that one I just had to draw the line a little bit, but I find a way to get involved.
Thanks, Ramon. Appreciate it. Kick it out over to Ron. What do you got for us tonight, Ron?
Yeah, I got 3-pack in MLB, and of course my Diamond Crusher I already spoke of, and then I also got best bet in NBA and on the ice. You can get those right now at Tony's Picks. Go 3 dogs. Let me get some that went out right. What do you think? We'll go with Brooklyn. Go with the Cincinnati Reds, and on the ice. Give me the Wild. I'm going to take plus money of the Wild. Give me 3 dogs. That should make you a lot of money right there. So 3 dogs went out right. Take them on the points too if you want to take Brooklyn on points. But
Rodney's 3-dog night. He loves it.
3-dog night.
3-dog night.
I bet Ron.
And for tomorrow, eat. Mama told me not to come. Yeah, we're going to go with Nottingham Forest plus 140 tomorrow against Manchester United. So get on that EPL spot right now.
And for me in this one, we're going to go with give me Cleveland on the money line. We're going to take Arizona State plus the boatload of points that you're going to get. And give me the Braves on the money line. We'll throw a little three-teamer in there. Hey, dogs again. See, dogs might be barking here tonight to kick off the week. And over 20 picks tonight. As I said, 1-1 to start the day. I have 3 plays left. I got my NBA drop a dime play. 1 play left in college basketball. And then 1 play left in MLB. You can get my NBA best bet sold singly, or it's included in the nightly Money Monday 3-pack that I got rolling there over at Tony's Picks. But the best way to go is long term. So we got a loaded week of action. If you grab that week pass, that'll get you all covered right through the rest of the tournament as well, because I'll make sure I get that Monday game in by Sunday for you, so that week pass will get covered right through the big dance and all the tournament action we got going this week and the in those ones, because I believe the NIT and stuff finish up the rest of this week too. So definitely lots of college basketball, lots of MLB, lots of NBA. Jump aboard long term here at Tony's Picks. That is the way to go.
Tomorrow night for them. So
definitely a few more college basketball the rest of the week. Okay. Take advantage of the 2-for-1 capper or promotional as well over at Tony'sPicks.com. Hit the link in the description. That's where you can find our best bets. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you that tunes into the happy hour. Let's have a nice start to the week here. Let's get some winners to kick off the Monday. Any final words before we head on out for this Monday evening?
Mr. Wesley, I got to address this one, I guess. So actually, I have the line at Florida -2 as well. So it's pretty close. But I have Duke at 4.5. So I haven't seen the Duke line. What is that, 4 or 5, somewhere around there? Am I close? I still like Duke to win this whole thing, man. Duke and Houston are probably the 2 best teams left, and they're playing each other, unfortunately. Yeah, I still like Duke.
Take me to go over 3.5 bases in the softball game.
3 over. I was like, what the heck are you talking about? I was like, oh yeah, softball game. I think me over 4.5 strikeouts in that softball game.
Pitching or batting?
Over 4.5 strikeouts. Now I can hit the ball. Trust me. Move in, everybody. Move in. Don't worry. Trust me.
Is that pitching or batting, Ron?
Are we going up against a team of 4-year-olds?
Yeah, everybody move in. Move in. Yeah, don't worry. I don't know how to hit. Don't worry. I don't know how to hit the ball.
Like
don't
a
worry.
250-foot fence will play on a Little League field.
How does the big guy get around the bases? He has to hit it farther. I'm telling you, I know how to hit the ball.
We're going to have the old keg at second base in this one.
Third. I can get to third. Don't worry. Don't worry. I can smash it out
Beer
there.
league.
We'll get around and give me a triple. I'm good for the triple.
Beer league.
And then give me a beer on the side of third base ready to go to steal home. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Have yourself a wonderful Monday. Thanks, everybody. We'll catch you tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Don't forget the Tony's Picks morning show. We'll catch you then. Have yourself a good one, everybody.
Have a good one, guys. See you tomorrow night.